What's up, y'all? How's it going? Happy September. We are at September 29th. So one day away from the end of the month. And man, it feels like this year has been flying. I think for September's vlog, I decided, I didn't decide. I just didn't take enough content to fill, a whole episode. But I did want to spend some time just reflecting on the year so far. We're in September, so we're like 3/4 of the way. Summer's over. Fall is kicking in. People are getting into that pumpkin spice, Halloween Town, what's it called? Spirit store energy. And I just thought it'd be a good time to kind of reflect on what has happened so far, some of the things I've really loved about this year, and some of the things I still have left to do this year that I really want to focus on. First, I want to give a shout out to everybody who's come through the studio this year. Man, I feel like I've had so many amazing guests, amazing visitors, amazing clients and artists that I've gotten a chance to work with. Shout out to, Josue, shout out to Monica, Britt, shout out to Brand, shout out to Eric, shout out to Ruby, Danielle. Man, there's so many people. I'll put my little Polaroid thing. Lauren, Jake, of course. Yeah, we released some good stuff. A Rose, Amanda. All these cool people. Cody, it's been really special to develop these friendships through music, with music, by music being the catalyst. I mean, like I've said before, music really is to me the glue for everything, for friendships, for experiences, for highs, for lows. Music has taken me everywhere and has given me so much joy and love and fulfillment. So I'm really grateful for that. I think two things that have stuck out to me this year. The first thing was how music is such a timestamp for the calendar, for the year, for the decade. It's music really is a time machine, But this year specifically, when I think about the year, I think about making a song with Sway, and we're recording the drums with Ryan, and he's trying to figure out this one part, and it's really funny because it's he's doing it, but then it's things are happening, and it's just a good time, and it's we're late, and it's just we're laughing and just having fun with it. Or when Monica is working on her song Mental, which is gonna come out soon, there's these little moments in the song that feel very cinematic, and when we just stumble on a car crash or a screech or whatever it may be, or a little kid yelling, it's these things excite us and they fuel us and they inspire us, and how we just have these lightning bolt moments, and it's just so fun to it makes me think of it makes me think of summer or spring, or when I'm working with Amanda on Moving Blues, and we come up with the chorus, and we rewrite it, and it's we make it better, and it's exciting, and it's okay, we find this sound and it inspires us, and or with Brand, it's he's working on the song Empires, which is coming out soon, and then it's we plug his nylon into the pedal board, and we come up with this cool sound. And it's just the inspiring moments are really the things that solidify the time and the calendar for me for 2025, and those are things I'm going to carry for all my life. So shout out to everybody who's come through these doors and worked with me, and we've created together. It's been an honor to do that, and I'm excited for more. And just big shout out to you. And the second thing is I heard this quote that really helped me just focus and dial in on more what I want to do production wise. It's Tyler said, play like a child, edit like a scientist. And that's been really eye-opening and letting each part of the creation process, and myself as a producer and someone who's like hosting, I'm hosting this space for the artists to be creative, and I am helping facilitate the best ideas. And if we can like get in a mindset of like, throwing as much paint at the wall, playing with as much Play-Doh, and just making a mess of that, like being free to just like this idea, like don't be precious with anything, like throw everything at the wall. And then when it comes down to really like crafting things, like really being like holding like the refinement at a high level, like it has to pass certain levels of inspection and refinement and process and everything to get to like the final product, all these bars that has to jump, and like, is it worthy of like the song, and I think that's been really helpful to like really have the creative space and the editing and production space really be in their own place, but also how can I as a producer keep facilitating that and keep creating an experience that is like memorable, that ties back into that is going to be an unforgettable. When we create these songs, like my goal is that like as I'm creating them with these artists, that these are unforgettable moments that like always remind us of here and now, so that is like something that is like really like stuck with me this year. But yeah, I think those are the things that have kind of like stuck out to me. And yeah, in lieu of like a big studio vlog process, you guys get to see how like I'm editing things, recording, coming up with ideas, little things like that, that you guys hopefully get to see something in that. And if you ever want to join, of course, feel free to hit me up on my website, on Instagram, on email. All that information's below. But yeah, I think that's like the whole point of like producing. It really is like, how can you create a space with an artist that they feel comfortable enough to play hard and edit like crazy, and then at the end, how can we make something that is like timeless, that stands the test of time. So yeah, those are my September thoughts. I think I'm going to be dressed up as either Qui-Gon Jinn or Obi-Wan Kenobi for Halloween. So yeah, that seems like that's on the docket. Excited for candy corn. Excited for some good pumpkin spice latte, not the Starbucks kind, sorry. But some good stuff from like, Comeback Coffee, shout out, from Coffee and Tea, somewhere good. And then looking forward to, the holidays and everything, just like what is created. I have some goals that I've like hit this year, some more I still have to do. So maybe I'll do another one of these like at the end of the year and kind of like a recap of 2025. All right, y'all. Well, thank you, and enjoy these couple of clips of sessions from September. Peace.